The Clone Wars as a whole wasn't, hence the name, a fun war for many of the clones involved. In the initial stages of the campaign, the Republic were getting annihilated. They simply didn't know what had hit them, and it seemed that the unorthodox battle strategies of the Separatists were beginning to erode any chance of Republic success. With that said, although almost faltering at the start of the war, Republic tacticians eventually adapted to this new breed of combat, and the Republic started taking back massive amounts of territory, managing to reach the plethora of Outer Rim territories before being halted by Emperor Palpatine and Order 66. In this video, however, we won't be looking further than Order 66 in the abrupt end of the Clone Wars. Rather, we'll be delving deeper and scouring the Clone Wars from start to finish in order to find the 5 most devastating battles that lost the Republic the highest percentage of soldiers. Before we get this video started, I'm excited to unveil the website that we've been working on for the past month or so. The Intergalactic Lounge is a gaming and sci-fi website of sorts that, although includes Star Wars, is not limited to it. Once registered, a user can use the Game With Me forums to find a compatible gaming partner, create groups based on mutual interests, and read all the latest news on our blog. In addition to this, the website and myself are now partnered with the decentralized cryptocurrency called OK Cash. We will soon be adding a buy and trade game feature to our website using OK Cash, but for now you can check them out on their Discord or website, which will both be linked in the description below. Anyways, onto the video. In 20 BBY, during the Outer Rim sieges of the Clone Wars, Republic forces were steamrolling the Separatist army, and had managed to push them all the way back to the mountainous planet of Sarish. The Republic, due to their successes thus far, assumed an easy victory. However, this couldn't be further from the case. When the 212th Attack Battalion were sent in, led by Commander Cody and General Obi-Wan Kenobi, they quickly learned that the Separatists had entrenched themselves within the planet and had set up various air defenses that proved to be deadly to the approaching Republic gunships. Although some gunships did manage to survive the deadly barrage of fire, the Republic was still dangerously outnumbered and the invasion force thus started to collapse. By the time the order to retreat came through, the clones were exhausted and surrounded by droids on all sides. Although some did manage to miraculously escape the carnage, many clones simply perished, and some estimates pegged total casualties at around 80%, thus making it by far one of the deadliest large-scale battles fought by the Republic.
Your file says you were reported missing in action during the Battle of Sarish.
Sarish. Sarish. Wait. What was the Battle of Sarish?
It was one of the Republic's most devastating losses.
Sarish. Yes. Yes, I remember now. So many soldiers were dying.
The Battle of Hypori was the result of Republic intelligence reports which indicated the presence of a large droid foundry situated on the planet. The Republic, not wanting to take any chances, amassed a task force large enough, or so they thought, to put an end to the droid factory, as well as annex the planet from the Separatists. However, as you may be able to tell, this was far from the case. With a sizable clone force and several Jedi including Ki-Adi-Mundi and Shaak Ti ready to invade, the Republic were quite confident the battle would result in a victory. With that said, however, no one within the Republic expected the amount of resistance they were met with, and right off the bat, the battle was devolving into a catastrophe of epic proportions. In a similar fashion to the Battle of Sarish, the aerial assault was plagued with heavy casualties mainly inflicted by orbital mines, and by the time the clone force landed on the ground, the battle had already been lost. Too late to retreat, all clones present were eventually whittled down and slaughtered, leaving only a small group of Jedi. The battle, although already catastrophic, got even worse when the group of Jedi were the first ones of the Republic to set eyes on the infamous General Grievous. The group of 7 Jedi ended up losing 3 Jedi to Grievous until a group of advanced recon commandos, led by Captain Fordo, pulled off an immediate evac, thus saving the remaining 3 Jedi. As for the 7th Jedi, Kakruk, everyone thought him to be dead. However, he managed to survive using an advanced force stasis technique in which he preserved his consciousness until reawakening. To sum it all up, Hypori was essentially an absolute massacre, with the Republic losing 99% of all clone forces it sent, the 1% surviving being Captain Fordo and his ARC troopers. The Stargem crystal was a rare and indispensable material that, when properly energized, was used to render starships invisible to almost all forms of detection and scan. Thus, everyone wanted it and would go to great lengths to attain it. When the galaxy eventually heard that deposits of the crystal were popping up all over the Dryden Nebula, major factions and governments rushed to be the first to get their hands on it. The Republic, aided by an independent army known as the Pandaren Warriors, eventually clashed with the Separatist forces and a fight inevitably ensued. To further add to the carnage, the two criminal syndicates known as the Black Sun and of course the Hutts joined the fight and were working in conjunction, also hoping to get a taste of the rare mineral. With that said, approximately 1 month after ferocious fighting between the three factions, all contact with the outside galaxy ceased, and the battlefield went quiet. No one truly knows what happened within this cursed nebula, and nothing was heard from any of the combatants again, making the Battle of Dryton the only battle of the Star Wars universe to have no survivors from any participating factions. The battle eventually gave birth to the legend of the Dryton Triangle, and the galactic population believed that if a ship were to travel through the nebula, it would never be seen again. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to join the community at the Intergalactic Lounge, and of course check out our partners over at the OKCache website and the OKCache Discord. All links will be in the description below. Hope to see you in the next video.